My thanks to Bring Me to Life Radio, and welcome to the Cinema Scribe. If most of you are like me, you're probably going through heavy-duty cinema withdrawal under current conditions. Not being able to see movies in theaters at the moment is frustrating, albeit prudent. So, under circumstances like these, all I can say is, thank goodness for home media. At present, a number of studios and distributors have begun streaming current offerings, though admittedly, most of their featured titles have been rescheduled and postponed for later release after the current crisis subsides. However, that does not mean movie fans are without viewing possibilities, either via online streaming or other home media options like DVDs and Blu-ray discs. And that brings me to the focus of this Cinema Scribe segment. Moviegoers have a plethora of worthwhile cinematic options beyond current releases. My 3 books, Get the Picture, Consciously Created Cinema, and Third Reel, feature a wealth of movie suggestions, all of which make good watching options while cooped up. I can't possibly cover them all here, but here are some of my favorites, all of which are available in one or more home viewing formats, with full reviews in my books. For those new to my work, I review films from a particular perspective. That is, how they illustrate the principles of conscious creation, also known as the law of attraction, the philosophy that maintains we draw upon the power of our thoughts, beliefs, and intents in manifesting the reality we experience. For an overview of this subject, there are several excellent documentaries that provide a comprehensive overview of the philosophy, many with fictional segments included to provide examples of its principles in action. Those interested in this should consider checking out such offerings as The Secret, What the Bleep Do We Know, Mind Walk, The Quantum Activist, and People versus the State of Illusion. Among the key principles championed by conscious creation are stretching our imagination and personal capabilities, as well as trying out alternate avenues of existence. That may sound a little nebulous, but a number of pictures illustrate these notions quite effectively and offer viewers worthwhile entertainment opportunities. Some of my favorites are The Truman Show, Big Fish, Midnight in Paris, Groundhog Day, and Her. Those looking for titles that accomplish this, specifically through a sci-fi or fantasy approach, might want to consider movies like What Dreams May Come, Phenomenon, K-Pax, the original version of The Lathe of Heaven, Brainstorm, the 2002 version of Solaris, and Source Code. Since conscious creation essentially makes possible the manifestation of virtually anything, we can draw upon this power to achieve miraculous accomplishments. However, it can also seemingly work against us, too, if we don't have the right intents in place. This points out the role of personal responsibility in the process, a concept examined in such films as Blue Jasmine, Gremlins, Ex Machina, Frances Ha, Locke, Ruthless People, and Burn After Reading. Offerings that particularly address the notion of be careful what you wish for include After Hours, Ruby Sparks, and Stranger Than Fiction. Of course, to make the process work, we must be willing to commit to it, and a significant element to that is being able to get past our fears, one of the most potent undercutting forces that can derail our efforts. Many films examine this subject, but some of my favorites are Signs, Vertigo, Mao's Last Answer, The King's Speech, Shadows and Fog, Under the Tuscan Sun, and The Devil Wears Prada. The importance of this can't be emphasized enough, especially when it comes to developing our sense of personal empowerment, as illustrated through such pictures as Fair Game, Still Alice, Gleason, Awakenings, The Theory of Everything, and the 2010 version of Alice in Wonderland. And, if we draw upon the most valuable source of such empowerment, that of being willing and able to live in the moment, we can maximize the effectiveness of the process, a notion explored in such pictures as Harold and Maude and You Can't Take It With You. It's important to remember, though, that when we create our reality, we create the totality of it, not just components, as if we were dealing with some sort of metaphysical salad bar. This, of course, means that everything is connected, and that we need to recognize it as such if we're to fully appreciate the nature of our existence. A number of titles address this idea in various ways, and some of my favorites include 6 Degrees of Separation, Grand Canyon, Crash, Cloud Atlas, Samsara, and I Am. Some would even say this applies not only to our immediate local reality, but also across the infinite dimensions of existence, some of which we may tap into through such experiences as dreams and so-called paranormal events. This is a subject eloquently examined in various ways through such movies as The Life and Death of Peter Sellers, Finding Vivian Mayer, The Three Faces of Eve, and The Nines. Creating our reality is something that we don't always do alone. Sometimes we join forces with others to co-create an existence that reflects the input of a joint mutual effort. Films that illustrate this include Miracle, She's Beautiful When She's Angry, Pride, Selma, and Glory Road. When we employ the conscious creation process properly, we have an opportunity to lead fulfilling lives, ones filled with the satisfaction in knowing that we've been able to live out our destiny. Sometimes that involves successfully changing what we believe to be the unalterable, taking us down paths that we never dreamed of, and that prove to be more gratifying than we ever could have imagined. Such is the case in a number of pictures, including The Adjustment Bureau, Being There, It's a Wonderful Life, Avatar, Woman in Gold, Life Itself, Whale Rider, Lucy, and Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope. The conscious creation process truly can work miracles, and it all begins with us. Launching into such a venture could be intimidating, especially if we don't know how to proceed. But thanks to these and many other fine films, we have excellent examples to draw from to see its core principles illustrated for us on the screen, even if that takes the form of a TV or computer monitor these days. But by learning how to make use of this powerful philosophy and metaphysical practice, we can work wonders for ourselves, including making it possible to get those movie theater doors opened up once again. I'm Brent Marchant, the Cinema Scribe. Thanks for listening.
A lifelong movie fan and longtime student of metaphysics, Cinema Scribe Brent Marchant is the award-winning author of Get the Picture, Conscious Creation Goes to the Movies, Consciously Created Cinema, The Movie Lover's Guide to the Law of Attraction, and Third Reel Conscious Creation Goes Back to the Movies, all of which provide reader-friendly looks at how the practice of conscious creation, also known as the Law of Attraction, is illustrated through film. Brett maintains an ongoing blog about metaphysical cinema and other self-empowerment topics through his website, www.brentmarchant.com. He's also the movie correspondent for the Good Radio Network and New Consciousness Review magazine and radio, with additional writing contributions to Smart Women's Empowerment, The Happy Guide, Library Journal, BeliefNet, Vivid Life, New Age News, and Master Heart Magazine. Brett holds a BA in Magazine Journalism and History from Syracuse University. Again, check him out at www.brentmarchant.com.